Bomb, we rolling.
Aha! We are finally back. It's your boy 2 3 Drinks, and I'm here with what's
Leroy
up?
Evans Jr., you know the vibes.
And if we back, you know what's coming. It's coming sooner than you think. We got football. NFL is back, and last season we still celebrate. You see us, we still celebrate for last season because it was a Super Bowl season, right?
Super Bowl
Let's go.
number
You
two,
you can't
championship number two.
You can't get no better than that at all. But listen, man, the draft just went by. We lost a lot of people in free agency. We had to replenish it a little bit. Man,
hmm
how you feeling after the draft?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm mad we didn't take a corner, but overall, I believe in Howie and Howie we trust, man. I like where we're going, man. Of course, when you win a Super Bowl, you can expect losses. People need pay increases, man. They're gonna go. We lost a couple players. We lost Milton Williams. We decided to move on from Darius Slay, but all in all, I think we tooling up for another run, man.
Right, right. Man, I heard actually I listened to something on Howie said today, man. He was like on like his plan is basically like stay young on defense
hmm
and because you gotta be young and fast in this NFL today because everybody just fast, like everybody moving. So that's kind of his plan: stay young and fast on defense and be able to keep up with the NFL offenses today. So I mean, that's his plan. That's what he was thinking when he was going inside. So he's not afraid to move on from.
Pause.
He not afraid to move on from older players right now. That's the thing because he got his offense like got his guys locked up on offense for
Facts.
like for their
Facts.
prime.
So I seen this about like 2 or 3 years ago. Gary Vee said that. He said, I'll be watching a lot of marketing videos, and he said,
Mhm.
the name of the game in today's generation is speed. Even in marketing, like you do
Right,
social media and stuff like that, and like, man, I gotta post the content out. I gotta get it out and keep going. Don't even harp on it. And he said that
right.
the Kansas City Chiefs, his analogy was the Kansas City Chiefs figured it out. That's why they be winning so much. It's speed. He draft all speed players.
Mhm.
So I think that how we learned from the last time we won a championship when he hung on to players too long.
Right.
He tried to he tried to keep those players and the older players. He was like, man, I believe in these guys. These are the guys that won our first championship, so I'm gonna keep them. And he kept them a little bit too longer than past their prime and past that they were good. So I like that he understand where he made mistakes at, and now it's time to stay young, stay fast, stay strong, and stay healthy.
And another thing he also did admit was like last year was like feel like lucky. Like that's not guaranteed that our rookies last year panned out to be like great. They both was finalists for rookie of the year. He said
hmm
that's not no guarantee. Like
Facts.
these people that came out this year, they can like come in the game and be lost. So I mean, he feel like it's not all just like evaluating the talent. Sometimes you gotta be luck because that person that you think you put in that position and it thrive, sometimes it don't work out like that too.
Facts, facts. I think Howard's been nailing it in the draft, man. I love our first round pick. What do you think about our first round pick?
Yeah, of course. I love the pick. I love you know me. I love a guy that's gonna fly around and make an impact and be a dog. Like he's a day one starter. Honestly, like if you got a day one starter in your first round pick, I feel like you win it. I mean, especially if it's something you can add to the team to make you better. I feel like they did that.
Facts, facts. So Jahad Campbell, that was our first round pick. I love the pick only because of the uncertainty that we have at linebacker with
Mhm.
damn, what's his name again?
McCoby Dean.
N'Kobe Dean. The uncertainty with N'Kobe Dean balled out last year, but the injury still is a problem for him. So I'm glad that we went linebacker. Is it like the first time that we ever drafted a linebacker in the first round?
No, which actually how we first draft pick ever was Brandon Graham as a linebacker.
Right. He was outside linebacker. I was thinking inside Mike linebacker.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that he broke that, that stigma that we don't draft linebackers in the first round because I think that was a
He
need.
broke the stigma of not paying linebackers this year because he paid a
He definitely did. He
linebacker.
definitely did. Shout out to Zach Bond.
He
He
learned.
he he well sure deserved it. He damn sure deserved it after the season that he had. I thought he should have won Defensive Player of the Year, but you know that is not the sexy pick. But yeah, he's breaking a lot of stigmas and he's going with what's right. I feel like
Mhm.
Howie is arguably the best GM in sports right now. The way he's tearing it up. Um, do you think that Jahan is going to start first year?
Yeah, I think so because I don't think N'Kobe Dean's going to be ready for the season to start. So I feel like N'Kobe Dean going to be around the team. He's going to do what he do because last year he was like he wore the blue dot, so he led the defense and calling the plays and all that stuff like that. So I feel like N'Kobe Dean's still going to be a big part of it. But that's another plus too, having like that rotation, having that extra guy, and they honestly don't know where they're going to put him yet. Like they're thinking about like having edge rushing. So I mean, you
Hmm.
got to see how camp turns out because we never. So the day one starters last year was supposed to be Slay and Rogers, but it ended
Hmm.
up being Quinyon Mitchell ended up starting because Isaiah Rogers got hurt last minute, and then you had Maddox in the slot, and then what I mean he wasn't doing too good, so they put they put Cooper in there, and it like turned out to that was the perfect fit. So I feel like that's gonna be the same thing that goes on where basically try to plug and play and see where the best fit is, and then you're gonna find out like is he the better rusher or is he the better at linebacker? Like what I mean, I feel like the Big Bench is gonna do a great job of finding like where he's gonna do his best.
Yeah, shout out to Vic Fangio, man. He proved a lot of doubters wrong this year because a lot of people didn't like us hiring Vic Fangio as defensive coordinator, and I think that putting um putting DeJohn in the slot was arguably the
The best
best move
of this, yep.
in the league. Far
It
as
was
it putting him in this, that was the best move, like underrated move, like switch up far as in defense. That was the most underrated move in the entire NFL to me because
that
that
was it.
changed everything.
Right? They probably went from like one of the bottom defenses, especially after that Tampa Bay game. That's when it
Yes,
happened after that game.
yes,
And then like they became the number one defense. And that was a lot to do where they not picking on the slot, just like you know
right,
what I mean?
right,
And then like, everybody feed off everybody. Like when you flying to the ball and everybody flying to the ball, it's just like one big unit doing it. And that's what everybody did. So I mean, when people not getting third down and they complete the first down, people get discouraged. They start looking around at each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then like it like just go the camaraderie goes away.
camaraderie.
Like yeah, and just looking at each other like what the fuck, like what the fuck. And then it end up being a touchdown or some shit. But you got everybody flying around. That brings everybody together. Like, whoa, we made that play. Watch me next. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right. So you can move with speed and less thinking,
Yeah.
less overthinking. Man, I love this team, man. I just gotta say that, man. I'm a big time Eagles fan, but I think that like the past 5 years, my love for the game just went through the goddamn roof. Just went through the roof. All right, man. So
I got one question for you though.
let
If
me
it
hear.
if it was one free agent we could have kept, but it's not there no more, what would it be? Only one of them.
This year,
Yeah.
now he wasn't was he? I don't know if he was technically a free agent, but for sure it'd have been Darius Slay.
Oh yeah. And they cut
For
him
sure.
this
Yeah, for
season.
sure. So, I'm not sure if that counts, but it would have been Darius Slay. I think Darius Slay got about 2 good years,
Mm.
and only because of the uncertainty. Now, I'm not in camp. So Ringo could be ready. They could be seeing flashes out of other players that I don't see. We won't know that until the
They
season.
signed a Dory too.
Yeah, and Adoree Jackson. But I think that Slay was a dog last year, man.
Yeah.
Like he's been a dog ever since he's been drafted his whole entire career. But what he did for our secondary, the way it was looking before he came to Philly, and how he just changed that whole entire defense to being one of the better secondaries in football. I think we should have just gave him another year, probably drafted a young corner, even could have still signed Adoree Jackson with keeping him. I'm not sure how the money would have worked out then, but I think that we should have kept him for one more year and try to retool for another run. But I get that Howie Roseman, he's going young, and I understand the approach, but it's like it's a little bit sentimental with Slay, man, because
Yeah.
like we had a bad secondary for a long time before he came.
All right, I got a secret. I got a secret about Slade too. I'm gonna tell you. But first, I'm gonna say like he didn't only help the defense too. He also helped the offense because like what Devontae Smith said when he first got to the league, he went up against Slade, and Slade knew everything he was doing. He was like,
Hmm.
man, you about to do this. He like, how the like it's Devontae Smith coming off a Heisman year, one of the best years ever in wide receiver. He coming think he about to fuck Slade up. He like Slade knew everything I was gonna do just by the way I walked to the line, the way I like carried myself. He knew what I was about to
Hmm.
cut through next. So he helped Devontae Smith like learn the game as well. So it wasn't like he only helped the defense. He also helped offensive players too.
Right. Like
But
that's that leadership that he has. A lot of people don't like Slay as a leader. I do. The leadership in the locker room and far as in like pushing our wide receivers to go to the next level, I
mm,
think that's a big part of AJ Brown's success and Devontae Smith's success. Because if you're going to go up against trash corners in camp and in practice every day, you may think you good until you go out and you go against Patrick Surtain or Jair Alexander, and you getting
yeah,
locked up. But no, you got that all pro talent that you're going up against every year. I mean, we play sports. You know how it is when you're going against a teammate that's really good. It's it's,
they say
it's
iron
iron
sharper iron.
iron sharpens iron. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? That's
yeah.
exactly what it is. So that's another thing. And I think that Slade was a big reason to the success of Quinion and DeJean. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Just him being that veteran leader coming into the locker room, I don't think we should have moved on from him. So that was the
But
only
honestly, are the secret time for Slay. Slay was going to retire. He's going to take his bread and retire, but Eagles cut him so they don't have to pay him. And he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna give me another check. That's a secret behind the scenes shit. Don't if
what
you heard this, don't tell nobody. That's behind the scenes.
what
Slay was gonna retire, like take his bread and just retire, but they cut him to like they don't have to pay him, and he like, fuck it. Now he on a team with no quarterback. You think he care about that?
oh man, oh
They even got a
man.
quarterback.
They don't have any quarterback. And do you want to talk about this? The Shador? Do
Yeah,
you want I the Steelers, that's like my second favorite team. I love the Steelers growing up. I love Hines Ward and Troy Polamalu and all them. And what they got going on in Pittsburgh, waiting for Aaron Rodgers, is just like it's like
you think it's waiting
cringe to
for
me.
you think it's waiting for Aaron Rodgers?
I think so. I think that it's because that's why they didn't draft Shador. It's because kind of like they didn't want to piss him off. But I think he's past that part of his career. Like honestly, he
I
should
don't know. I don't think
retire.
that. I
What
don't
do you
think they
think?
wait.
What do you think the reason why Pittsburgh didn't draft Shador Sanders?
I mean, for just the way he carried himself, a lot of people don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, but I don't like Pittsburgh. I can see if it's like a young and experienced team with young GMs, young coaches, but Steelers they got history. They're the people that are running the Steelers. They've been around the
Mhm,
game for a long ass time. You got
mhm.
Mike Tomlin been getting run out of the game for a long ass time. So I don't think they're gonna waste their time waiting for old ass Aaron Rodgers. I just think they didn't like the way they don't want to add that to the locker room. I mean, they like shit. George Pickens and Sheduer and, and Metcalf. I don't know.
Right,
How like,
right,
I
right.
think
True.
more so that is like more so than waiting for Aaron Rodgers.
So my take was on it is that if you're an NFL head coach, I don't think personality is something that you could be like, oh, I don't want this player because he acts this way. Like he's a kid. You mean to tell me that if you're a head coach, you shouldn't be a coach in the NFL? I heard a rumor about Kellen Moore as to why they didn't draft him in New Orleans is because they didn't want Kellen Moore and Shador's personality to clash and stuff like. It's like, what are you a head coach for if you can't handle personalities? It's a bunch of grown ass men in the locker room with kids. They all got personalities. They all got and Shador, all the bright lights and media attention that you're gonna get, it's still a business. It's a sports business. He's gonna sell tickets. He's gonna sell jerseys. He's gonna fill up the seats. I don't get I don't
I'll
get it.
I'll tell you a reason too. But let's first talk about the like the personality. Like what's the Mavericks first coach name when Luca got there? I
The
forgot his name, but
coach,
he a legend. He a legend. I can't think of his name
Rick
right now.
Carlisle.
But he got no, not Rick Carlisle. Was it Rick Carlisle? He looked like what's called him? He like Jim Carrey. I forgot his name.
Let me see.
But he a legendary coach. He got fired because him and Luca didn't get along. Like they chose Luca over him basically because like Luca was like a young crybaby. He was like the old school coach, like a Bill Belichick coach. Like I'm not taking that. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
get your ass up and run. And Luca was like I'm like tired. Like he was like so they fired. Mike Freeman said that shit. They fired him because of that like reason. You know what I mean? Like they wanted to have kept Luca instead. But that's just an
Yeah, it was
example
it
of
was it was Rick Carlisle.
yeah. So that was an example of how that happened before. But it's another thing when Deion Sanders is a dad too, and another threat is added to that where so like they got Shador struggling, or he could take Deion Sanders go take a job. So that coach's job is on the line now with the
Mm-hmm.
dad waiting to come take it because you don't know how to handle it. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right, right.
people, some GMs or owners and stuff would be gladly to add that coach because that whole atmosphere where he can bring people to the games and they don't even care as much about the wins and losses as shows like boosting that whole market. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
let's think about it. Like, Kellen Moore gets Sheduer Sanders. He lose 4 straight games. Oh, Dion need to be. What's gonna be the headlines for real? Like, Dion need to be
Facts,
the coach.
facts,
Like,
facts,
that
facts.
adds a
I
whole
get that.
other level of like
It's a whole
something that
nother level of pressure. But if I'm
yeah.
the GM, it's always pressure. Like Nick Sirianni
Mm,
was on the hot seat before we went and made the Super Bowl.
right.
Without the Dion speculation or Shador Sanders and stuff like that. I just think that if you're a head coach in the NFL, you're always under pressure. You know, you always have to make the playoffs, and sometimes even making the playoffs isn't enough. That just comes with the nature of the business.
And another thing was a reason why he ain't go to Giants
Wow.
because a player, a main player said they didn't want him to come there.
Who?
I mean, they ain't say their name, but I think it's neighbors. I think neighbors like basically is like, no, I don't want to be the quarterback.
Mm.
Parsons,
But
Parsons let it, Parsons let it slip out.
I don't think neighbors got that much pull over there.
I don't know. Somebody like Nate, what's gonna let it slip out? Parsons on his little podcast.
Hmm.
Parsons like, I knew he was going to Giants. And Slade was like, how you know? He said, basically like a player said they don't want him on the team, and that's why he knew they was gonna get drafted. And they had
If that's the case, I see why the Giants lose every year. Because
that.
because if you let somebody like neighbors dictate who you are drafting to try to like coddle your superstar, I see why you're losing.
I
I
mean,
see it.
I think they get a say like, what you think about drafting this quarterback? Like that's gonna be your quarterback. You were number one receiver. Like, what you think about him? I'd rather have Dart fucking throw me the ball. I don't know. Even though
Dart
he
is
never did the play
crazy.
call. He never did a. You
Dart
see
is
that video?
crazy.
He never did a fucking count in his life, a cadence in his life. You never see that
What?
video?
No, I didn't.
So John Gruden, he threw the pre-draft with quarterbacks and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
he's
when
like,
he sat in the room and go
yeah,
over film
he's
and
like,
stuff.
he said, let me hear your cadence. And he was like,
Oh yeah, 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 I did see that. I did see that. Yes,
he said,
yes,
so
I
all you
did
do
see
is
that.
clap. Like he ain't got no like hard count or nothing. All you do is
Yeah,
clap.
and he was like, "Why don't you try?" And he was like, "Nah, I'm
Oh,
not doing
nigga.
that." Right, right, right. So what I heard, speaking back on the Shador topic, is that he basically canned a bunch of interviews for teams that he didn't want. And like my take on it, honestly, I think everything is true. I think everything from top to bottom is true. That's the only way you could have a projected first round top 5 pick fall to the fifth round. I think that he did can the interviews. I think that teams don't like his personality. Um,
Don't like to come with it.
don't like what's going to come with it. Um, I don't think he was a top athlete, kind of like a bona fide superstar coming out of the draft. I think that marketing and what Deion Sanders did, as far as in the cameras and bringing attention to Colorado, um, that made him seem better than what he was. But I don't think that any of the quarterbacks drafted
I was
over
about to
him
say
was better
that.
than him. Like
I
when
was say that
I
like you say that, but like
I could say that,
Cam
but
Ward probably was better, but the rest of them
that's
wasn't.
it. That's it. That's it. So that's one of the points to where it's like, okay, I can understand where people are coming from. But then when you start like the quarterback that New Orleans took, and even the Browns, the quarterback that the Browns took before him, the round right before him, it's
Dylan
like,
Gabriel.
okay, now that's not an excuse. Now you end up drafting Shador anyway. I think it was like kind of like a coup, like the NFL was trying to, slap him on the wrist and teach him a lesson. But then it's like you draft the quarterback the round before Shador and then end up drafting Shador anyway. You should have just drafted him from the rip and got it out the way. Because now you have a quarterback controversy already before
They got 5 quarterbacks.
it's rumors that Shador may not even make the team. Like he may be a free agent by the time camp start. Because now you still got Deshaun Watson with his contract,
Kenny Pickett,
Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, and then you got the two draft picks. So it's like, what, you only suit up 3 for the game, right? So it's like I don't know. This is just a mess. I really wanted to see him in Pittsburgh. I wanted to see him in Pittsburgh
A
because I
lot of
think
people
that
do.
yeah, because I think that Mike Tomlin, he's a great coach, and I think that um he's just been kind of down on his luck the past few years, not being able to find a quarterback. And I think that's the only missing piece. Like they got a decent running back in Najee Harris.
He's not
Uh,
there.
he not there no more.
He the Chargers.
Oh wow! But
They draft
they always find
they drafted
running
a
back.
running back and they yeah, they drafted a running back, but Najee Harris on the Chargers now.
Yeah, Pittsburgh they always find a running back. You got decent wide receivers. You got a decent defense. It's like all you need is really a game manager. So it wouldn't it would have been pressure on Shador, but not pressure to come out and play like Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Like just come out and manage the game. I don't get how they fumbled that. But yeah, I think that everything about the whole Shador Sanders thing was
Did it,
right.
did you see the prank call?
Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that. Let's get into the prank call. The prank call. So
Crazy.
Shador Sanders was prank called during a draft. A kid called his phone and basically said that we're going to draft you, but you're going to have to wait a little longer, and hung up on him. So, what is your take on the prank call? What is your take of the prank call on Shador Sanders?
I mean, the prank call part, it happens to a lot of people. Actually, it happened to Cooper DeJean too. He got
Yeah,
prank called. Yeah, so it
happened to
happens.
Abdul Carter too.
Yeah, so it happens to people. But when you find out the source and you get the punishment, that's what I want to know. What's the proper punishment for that? Because like they found out it was the coaches, the defensive coordinator son on the Falcons, and they charged. Well, they fined him 100,000. They fined the team 250,000. But like, if he had access to find out his number from his shit, like I feel like it should be. I don't know what's the proper like
I think they should.
penalty for that
I think
because
the proper.
he could have sold anything on that laptop because only people that had that number was teams, and he was
Mhm.
able to like go to his dad's laptop and take Shador's number. That's the real problem with a prank call. You know what I mean? Like, what
Mhm.
else he got access to? What else did he see that he's sharing with his friends?
That he wasn't supposed to see. I think the proper punishment should be a draft pick.
Yeah,
I think they should have lost either a first round or a second round draft pick for that. Now the prank, I'm not as mad at. I'm mad at how
he
it
got
happened.
the
Yeah, how it
information.
happened. How he got the
Yeah,
information. Prank call, I'm not. Shador's a grown man. People
right.
get pranked every day. Um, Another take on it is that Shador and them is the one to put the video out. So it's kind of like when you think of it from a marketing perspective, it's like they wanted the world to feel sympathy for him and feel sad for him because it ain't like uh somebody was just recording off a phone and oh it just uploaded to Instagram. No, Shador and them and Dion and them team put the video out that he got prank called. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time that they didn't seen it. If not, like it happened to Abdul Carter. Nobody really knew because they didn't put the video out of him getting prank called. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like with them putting that out, it's like, what was your goal, far as in Shador and them's video and marketing team to put that video out? It's to feel sympathy.
All right, but now put your dad hat on, right?
Hmm.
Your son do that shit, it cost you 100,000. What's your son punishment now from a
Man,
dad?
it depends on the extent of their relationship because I'm kicking ass and taking names. That's for
Like
one.
your son did that shit, cost you 100,000, and now got you in the fucking media apologizing.
Yeah, yeah. So it depends to the extent of their relationship. I mean, I might take your car from you because you could lose my job.
Right,
You know, you could lose my job. It's still not set in stone because they may not just fire you right on the spot, but now you're on a hot seat. Now, like
right.
you're already in bad grace with the organization because of
You
what you
cost
did.
you cost them 250,000.
You cost them 250,000, and you could have cost them a draft pick.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm taking your car. Um, you know, he's a white kid, so he probably got an allowance. Um, I don't know. With you
He got go.
pledging, yeah, whether you pledging or something, that's over with. All the things that you was probably setting up your kid in college because it was a frat kid. So everything that you probably setting up in college and paying dues and signing all that is out the door.
He got
Yeah,
work
you
that
gotta work
100K
that
off.
off. You gotta work that off, bro. You got to still work that off because that's crazy. I don't think it was as the prank was as disgusting as everybody's making it believe. Like it's inhumane. People get pranked every day. People be in the mall getting pranked
Right.
all the time about serious stuff. I mean, people. I seen somebody prank their girlfriend. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? It happens, but it's just the leaking of the
That's
information.
identity theft for real, for real.
Yeah, the leaking of the information. It's probably like, man, like you said, what else did he see on your laptop outside of just names and numbers? He probably got all the draft pick numbers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If it's a kid and he's smart, my mind, it's like, yo, if I see all these first round draft picks, name and a number, you could take all their number down.
Right.
You could prank somebody or call somebody 6 months from now because you got their phone number, you got their information, you got their email. You get what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
where the issue comes in at. What would you think would be a proper punishment?
Shit for my for like the from the NFL or for my son.
Let's start with the NFL.
Yeah, I think it should be. I agree with you with the draft pick and the money because no, that's what hurt.
Mhm.
The money and the draft pick. So I don't think he should. I don't think he should get fired. I mean, it is tough to say because like they stole some fucking information from him for real. But like, no, fired. I think that's too far.
Right. What do
Honestly,
you what draft pick you think they should lose?
whatever number he called on. Now, I mean, that happened to the Cardinals when the Cardinals was like tampering with the Eagles defense coordinator. They lost a draft pick.
Yeah.
So if
That's
they got a first round draft pick next year, they lose it because they like leaked information basically.
right. And is to let people know that we're taking this matter seriously
Yeah,
with identity theft
and
and all type of
I don't
stuff
think
like
he
that.
should get fired. I think that's like no, I don't think he should get
Now put your dad hat on.
fired. Yeah, man. I don't, honestly, I was thinking about that for like since it happened. Like, what the fuck would I do as a parent? But like since you said that, yeah, he gotta work that shit off, dog. Like,
Yeah, you gotta work it off. I'm snatching your car because I know dad probably got him a
no, he
car
got.
for school.
I'm taking Fortnite.
Yeah, snatching
Whatever
all
you
that.
play.
I gotta
He
take
gotta
all
earn
that.
it. Like that nigga about to go work at. He don't got to, but he about to go work at Wendy's or some shit. Like he gonna feel it. He gonna wish he never did it.
Yep, it's over with. And then it's kind of like it's hard to discipline because he's an adult at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's in college, it's not like he's a 14-year-old kid or nothing like that. He's actually an adult. So yep, it's a lot of working off to do, man.
Right.
We go switch gears. S- So Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is going through legal troubles. He is being sued for sexual harassment and rape
Mm,
by a young lady
mm.
that he started dating when she was 19 years old.
What? Shannon Sharp. How old is
Shannon
Shannon
Sharp.
Sharp?
Shannon Sharp is 56.
What?
So he's being sued for $50 million. He tried to settle out for $10 million. She did not take it.
Mm,
Shannon Sharp allegedly has lost all his sponsorships from Nightcat.
mm,
He had to take leave from ESPN,
mm.
and who knows what else is down the pipeline for Shannon Sharp. My question to you is, should Shannon Sharp have paid the $50 million?
It's up front and nobody know about it.
Yes, nobody would know about it. Everything, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We wouldn't even know. They would have settled out
Mm.
because they were in litigation last year or early this year before all this came out.
About the
They
10 million.
To Timmy, she said no to.
I know. I'm saying like, but they offered the 10 million.
They offered the 10 million. So
So
that
if
this
you,
was already in talks before. They was
yeah,
already in talks. They was already trying to work stuff out and everything. She said no. So okay, we're taking it to court then. And now she wants 50. Well,
shit.
she wanted 50
If
from the rip.
yeah. So listen, right. If you offering a person $10 million and they turn it down because they know they got some shit, that would scare me.
Facts.
That make me start. All right, listen, I got 25. You ain't turn down 10 million if you don't know you're gonna like you're able to get more. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I
Right.
feel like I would probably like try like the 50 would be really, really hard. And 50 million is a lot of money.
It's a
$50 million is
lot of
a lot
money.
of money. 10
It's
million
a
is a
lot.
lot of money.
It's a lot.
But I would try like meet me halfway, baby. I mean,
You got a smooth talker, just like you was smooth talking her before.
meet me halfway, baby. Listen,
Come on, baby.
I got 15 for you.
We
Try to
better
go up a
than
little
that,
bit.
man.
No,
We
I need
better than that.
50. I'm like, forget all this. Forget all this, baby. I got you right now.
Yeah, we better than that. Come
I
on,
gotta
man.
get rid of
I thought we was locked in, man. You can't do 25, man.
because
Got to.
50 million is a lifetime, 20 lifetimes worth of money for real, man. That's
Okay.
hard. But on the other hand, like I mean, Shannon Sharpe, a lot of people don't know. After his football career, he went through damn near every single television network trying to keep a job. Basically,
Yeah.
got fired from every single one, and finally he found his like place where he belonged and getting that money, and it's going up and up and up. And it's like, damn, I'm finally here just for it to crash down. So that's a hard decision to make, man. What you think?
I'm I would have paid it. I would have paid the 50 million only because it was rumored that he was looking for 100 million for his podcast. Now, he may not got the 100 million. Maybe his team put that out there just to, try to win public opinion and negotiating and stuff like that. But when you think about it in the whole totality of everything, Stephen A. Smith got 100 million from ESPN. So now I think it was rumored that he was making between 6 and 7 million a year at ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
So now you talking about that pay raise being on. Let's say you would have negotiated 15 million in a couple years from ESPN per year. Now that's gone. Um, Sponsorships for Nightcap is gone. Sponsorships for Club Shay Shay is gone because they're putting rape on you, bro. And it's not just that. It's a white woman. Let's be serious. It's a white woman. It's different. So when you think of all that, far as I'm thinking from a trajectory of 5 to 10 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
potential loss, potential losing, as far as in
You're saying it outweigh what 50 million
yes,
was.
like you may have messed up a bag for 300, 350, 400 million over the next 10 years. Probably it could be more than that because you got Club Shay Say, Nightcap, and ESPN. You could potentially lose $500 million from this case. So is that worth it? Now, of course, he may not have been able to pay it in one lump sum. We could have probably tried to work something out to pay it off over the next 5 years. That's how being sued goes and stuff like that. But I would have paid it if I know you got all these things on me and how it would look to public perception. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like that saying where it was like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right,
what you think. You think that everybody loves you. I'm Unc. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. No. Cat Williams said in this interview, I don't think is no different from white women, black women, whatever. But I am not gonna lie to you. I am afraid of white women because you see what happened to Jonathan Majors. And a video came out with Jonathan Majors of him
right,
running away from the woman. And he lost he lost his spot in Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel universe. It's
right,
like just think of how big that is and how much Jonathan Majors already lost by running from a white woman. She got you on audio saying you're going to choke her out. They got videos and more different tape callings of you being an aggressor, even if you on that type of freaky type of time.
right.
It looks a certain way that you got jammed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying like, man, your hands are really tied, bro. If I was his lawyer and his legal team, I would have say, man, if you pay this 50 million, there's a chance that you could make 300 million. But if you don't pay this, you're gonna lose 500.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah. I
that's why I
think,
would have paid
yeah.
it. It was just a bad decision. Um, it was a bad move on Shannon Sharpe to even deal with this girl. They said that they met in the gym. Now, rumor has it that they met at a Diddy party. I'm not going. I'm not going. I don't know the truth of that. I wasn't there. I don't know. But that's where he got
Oh
caught
man,
up at.
Uncle Shay Shay was at the Diddy
He
party.
was at the Diddy party because it's like how I think Joe
Oh
Budden
they,
said this.
oh they, she's 19 at the Diddy party.
You know how I did. That's the rumor.
Oh No, they got
that
the
he
they got
they
the
got
young
the
girls in
young
there.
ones. They got the young
They
ones at the
gave it
Diddy
Drake.
party. Cause to say that you found the OnlyFans model in the gym, that's a cover up.
Man, listen, man. I mean, honestly, when I go to the gym, I think all the girls in there is OnlyFans because what they be wearing. Like, you go to the gym, they be wearing shirts with like literally the bottom of their butt cheeks hanging out, and I feel
Yeah,
like they must do OnlyFans or something. Because why they just walk around here so comfortably?
yeah.
I
It's
think that
like
all the time. I tell people that shit all the time. Like, I think these girls, they don't just
they
do this
doing
gym shit.
something. Yeah, they doing something else, man.
They walk around here ass naked in the gym comfortably.
But man, yeah, my take on it is I know it seemed like, man, pay that girl, she ain't worth for 50 million, but man, if this don't go away, like just to compare it again to Jonathan Major's career, he's still trying to get his foot back to the Jonathan Major stuff. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I would have paid it. Let me respond to this text real quick because
Yeah, I don't. That's hard, but like, I mean, of course, like hindsight is always what they say. Hindsight is always 2020. Like, of course, he probably like, nah, damn, I should have paid it. But at the time, like, man, that she ain't got shit on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like at that time, you think, man, she ain't got shit. My lawyer is stronger than her. I will fight. I would spend $50 million not to give her 50 million. That's how some like big conglomerates be thinking. You know what I mean?
right, right, and I think that the way his marketing team handled everything was just wrong. I don't think the public video coming out that made you look worse than what you were before. I don't see why you even brought Jay-Z name into it. Is you're trying to discredit people when it's like I just ain't like it. You should just put out a statement. And then he
Wasn't
put
it
out
wasn't it wasn't it the same word against Deshaun Watson too?
I'm not sure about that. I know it was the one against Jay-Z.
I think it was the same bull that went against Deshaun Watson too.
It could be. They said this dude is a shakedown artist. Like, and this is
Shakedown
what
artist.
yeah,
That's
this is what he do.
that's what he's putting out there though.
Yeah.
That's why he went on there and said it.
Yeah, but that don't make you wrong. You right. Even if it's a shakedown
I
artist.
feel like that's their plan was like, all right, I'm about to sign $100 million contract. Oh, now she found us out. Now she trying to get some money, and that's what this guy do.
That
Like
could be. But
that was their response to it.
that he's probably right. That's it could be, but you're still wrong though. Like you're trying to make it seem like you're not wrong. You're still wrong. It don't matter what she's trying to do. It's already out there. It's kind of like with the
So
Drake
so
Kendrick
so
Lamar
so
jump.
so he guilty.
It don't matter. I don't think it matters if he's guilty or not. I don't think it matters if he's guilty or not. I don't think he's guilty. Personally, I don't
Mhm.
think he's guilty. I just think he a freaky dude and he was doing some freaky stuff with a young white lady. I think it was consensual,
If
but
she cracked the code.
that's it.
She
That's
cracked the
it.
code.
That's it. It look
I think the like the voicemail call or the call. I think
mhm.
that's edited for real.
It is. It is
I think
edited.
it's like it
I
make
can
it
tell you
seem
as an editor, it is edited.
it sound like it's edited. She be like, so I thought when I see you, I'm gonna choke you when I see you. Like I'm like that's edited. Like
Yeah,
they
it
probably was
was
talking
edited.
freaky and they probably like cut that part out where she's like, I want you to choke me. Well, I'm gonna choke you when I see you.
Yeah, it was edited. But the thing about it is it's all back to public perception. You lost your
Yeah.
sponsors. The damage is already done.
Right.
And she's wrong. She's wrong. He's right. But it's about how it looks to the world and how it looks like far as in other brands endorsing you, far as in sponsorships and stuff like that. Like you allowed them to attach the word rape to your name.
Mm.
Whether you did it or you didn't, you allowed that. It's the same thing with going back to Jonathan Majors. You allowed
Oh,
domestic violence to be attached to your name, just like with Kendrick and Drake. The whole pedophile shit.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they don't make it seem it ain't that Drake is really a pedophile, but you attach that to your name. That's what people
Johnny
think of.
Johnny Depp beat it.
Johnny Depp is a white
I
man.
know. That's why I'm laughing.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's different for
Johnny Depp beat the allegations.
yeah, it's different.
Beating on what's her name, Amber.
Yeah. Yeah. He beat them allegations, but that's a whole different scenario when you talk about
They got the whole trial on Netflix.
that. That's wild. That's definitely wild.
You didn't see
But
that shit?
no, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
they
be
got
trying
the
to stay
whole
away from.
No, I don't watch it, but I see like it's there.
Yeah, I know it's there, but it's kind of like even on the call when Shannon Sharpe was like, "Yeah, how would that sound? Big black guy choking out a little white woman." It's like you already know, like far as in the marketing, how it would sound, how the headlines would be. You already understood that. You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? Do you think
Right.
DraftKings? You like okay, draft like nothing. Nobody is bigger than a program, and us as black people, we get a very short leash.
Mm.
So DraftKings is like, oh, we could find somebody else to sign. We could go with Stephen A. Smith or somebody like that for our deal. Same with the volume. All that stuff is off of channel now. The volume logo, DraftKings, and Boost Mobile.
So let's take it back to the old. That's my Michelle. What you is that was that a real like mistake on live or that there was because a lot of people saying there was
No,
planned that proved that he
well,
was
it had to be
gay.
playing.
They said
It
I
had to
mean
play.
say so he tried to prove that he wasn't gay and shit. People were saying that.
Yeah, that
And
was
then
planned.
after that he came up with that like he signed a deal with Roe, the Roe little sex pill
Yeah,
things.
yeah. It came out like the day after. The day
Yeah.
after the sponsorship came out. The day after. Nah, I think it was planned to try to clear up that he's
Oh, that's
not
my chill.
a homosexual and shit like that. But if I was him, it's like, bro, why do you even care, bro? Just keep doing your bag. People gonna think what they gonna think about you anyway. It ain't about us wanting to. I don't care at all. But it ain't about public perception of wanting to see you with a woman. People look at your mannerisms and think that you're homosexual. That's just what it is. The way you laugh on your show with the girls and stuff like that, the way you jump out the van, the way you when he got caught walking through the airport with his dog and stuff like that. It's like you kind of look like a gay makeup artist, bro. Like that's just what it is.
To make it work.
That's just what it is, bro. Like the mannerisms are very similar to a homosexual man. That's it. But if that's not you, who cares, bro? They still gonna put that on you anyway, no matter what you do. They're still gonna put it on you.
Right.
That's just how it is when you're famous. People gonna think what they want to think. But I
Exactly.
do think that was planned because you can't just go live. Like I could see if
You gotta make a title and shit.
I could see it would have been better if he pocket dialed somebody that he wasn't
Yeah.
really cool with and they recorded it and put it out and
But
said
going
that this is
live,
Shannon.
it'd be hard for me to figure out how to go live. And I'm trying to.
You gotta make a title, you gotta swipe over, it's gonna say 3, 2, 1, ready, all that. And then like the phone just dropped as soon as it like went live. It's like, all right, now we live, boom, I'm gonna drop my phone. So yeah, you went live, bro. That's what it was. You haven't been live since you haven't been live anytime before.
Right.
I've never accidentally went live.
Yeah,
Now,
sorry.
accidentally posting a story or something like that, that may
Or
be
call FaceTime somebody or some shit.
yeah. Like let's say you FaceTime somebody and then they screen recorded it and put it out, and you know what I'm saying. So we ain't
Right.
that cool, and they just put it out like, oh, look at Shannon Sharpe, he doing this and that third. That would have been more believable than live. But yeah, man, Shannon Sharpe, man. And I heard another theory on Twitter who's behind all of this. The whole scandal, the whole 50 million, everything. I heard on Twitter that Shaq is behind everything. Shaq been trying to take Shannon Sharpe down since they got
No,
to their feud.
I saw a joint where you saw when Matt Barnes
Yeah, and he's talking about Shaq.
John, yeah, he's like, yeah, check when he on the third he need some shit like that. He willing to pay whatever the dirt he
I
need.
believe it. I believe Shaq is petty like that. I believe Shaq would do something like that to try to ruin somebody's career
Yeah,
because they're reaching new heights and they're in this really the exact same field. Shaq got his podcast. Shannon Sharpe got his podcast. Shaq's on what is it? TNT or
right,
whatever. Shannon Sharpe's on ESPN. They get into a little feud. Uh I remember the Instagram post when Shaq was basically airing out Shannon Sharpe saying I'm the most dominant ever and I was better at my sport than you were at your sport and all that type of
yeah.
stuff. But I would believe that Shaq will try to take down Shannon Sharpe. I believe that.
I don't think he the mastermind. I think he try. I think he try. What you call him? Like boost it though. I don't
Yeah,
know if
for
he
sure.
started the whole thing, but for the boosted, like, yeah, let me see this.
Yeah, look, put
Look
this
at
out.
that person, yeah.
Yeah, check this out. Yeah, man. So it's messed up for Shannon, man. I think it's gonna be basically next man up. Who's the next media mogul? And
Me.
2 3 Drees. And Shannon Sharpe needs to apologize to Ocho. That's
Wow,
damn sure what he needed to do. Cause
wow.
you remember when Shannon Sharpe aired out Ocho on live about him being late?
No,
He was like late to the live. So Ocho was late to one of the lives, and Shannon aired them out talking about, man, these brands, you gonna mess up the money for us and stuff like that. And these brands, like, how you gonna be late to your own stuff? Like, they don't want to hear that. Like, you gotta be professional. I'm trying to give you a chance and stuff like that because
bro.
Ocho had the dark cloud hanging over his head from the domestic violence years ago.
Yeah.
So basically, Shannon was kind of treating it like, man, I'm giving you a shot, and you messing it up by being late and stuff like that. Like, really kind of aired him out on
But
Nightcat,
he ended up messing it up.
and he ended up messing up everything. Yeah, so it's crazy times, man. It's crazy to see how if people stick beside his side, like even if Ocho continues to do Nightcat with him
Hmm.
once
I mean,
everything, because if he
he
gets
been he
found
been
guilty,
he been on there.
yeah, if he gets found guilty, uh, he's not recovering from that, and he's not like no young spring chicken. He is 56. He getting up there in age.
Spider
So
Man, Ant Man, Superman, Lakers in five. You saw
like,
Ant Man say
yeah, after they
that?
beat him last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what else we got, man? Do you want to go over the NFL top 10 power rankings? Who you got?
Power rankings. I gotta see. I
Or we
know
can
who
do
number
top
one.
5. We do top
Yeah.
5.
Let me see. Number one, Eagles.
Facts.
Stop playing with me. Number
Facts.
two, Ravens. Ravens had a great draft.
I can't stand the goddamn Ravens,
Ravens had a
bro.
great draft. Number three, well, three, four, and five. I gotta say, Chiefs. Andy Reid gonna have them contender every year. I ain't this ain't the order. This is like the last three. The Bills, they gonna be in the mix because they surprised me last year. Honestly, so I was like, man, they lost their whole defense. They ain't gonna do shit. They's right in the mix. And then Lions. I don't think Lions. They, Lions lost the offense coordinator, defense coordinator. So that might be a big difference. It might be
Mhm.
somebody else that's a big difference. Like, you know
That
what I
is a
mean?
big
They
difference.
they like
That's what happened to us.
the coaching they had was like built from where they was like trash. They like stuck together for like years. And they last year I feel like was the peak product of like being together from years. You know what I mean? Building it up. But
Mhm.
now it's like broke apart. It may not be the same Lions. They might be like on a downfall, honestly,
Right.
because of
That
that.
that people underestimate coordinator changes. We went through it a couple years ago
You
when
might
we
go
was trying to.
coordinator, another
Yeah.
coordinator.
Right. We bounced back from it, but
Yeah,
even when we first won a Super Bowl, we lost Frank Wright. Uh it took us a few years to figure that out.
yeah. But I was about
So
to say, and which one in the same division? Brian
who?
Johnson, the offensive coordinator, he the
Yeah.
Bears head coach. They in the same division now.
Yep. So
So I don't know. Maybe that fifth spot may be somebody else because I don't know how the Lions gonna react with whole new coaching staff, basically,
mhm.
except for Dan Campbell. Campbell.
Yeah, that's I hope they don't do too good.
I can hope they play
Personally.
on the first game. Eagles got the first game of the season when they
Mhm.
like dropped the banner and all that shit.
Yeah,
And
Thursday night.
like, yeah, is it everybody? The rumors going around is gonna be against the Lions. I hope it is against the Lions. Like that's who I want.
Yeah, I think we're gonna spank them. I'm not afraid of Jared Goff at all. So my top 5 power rankings, of course, Philly number 1, coming off the Super Bowl. Can you hear me? We froze. So I'm gonna keep going. Can you hear me? I'm gonna keep going. Eagles number
I
1.
can see you now.
All right. Eagles number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Baltimore because they always take the draft picks that I want for like the past 5 years. Every year. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I see them bouncing back.
No,
I see them
no.
bouncing back. I see them bouncing back, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I see them bouncing back. No, I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, I'm saying bounce back from what? Like what they could score last year. They could put up 50. They gonna lose because other team gonna put up 54. How the fuck they
Just
gonna stop people?
just bear with me. I got Cincinnati number 3.
Offense.
Number 4, I'm gonna go with. It's gonna hurt me to say Washington.
Oh, they gonna say Cowboys or some shit.
No, Cowboys out there. Washington. They made mad moves this season. I like they draft. And number 5, hmm,
Chiefs. You gotta put Chiefs in there. They got Mahomes at the end of the day.
yeah, but
They got
I don't got.
Mahomes and Andy Reid, best quarterback and the best coach in the NFL.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the Bills. I think
Yeah.
The Chiefs take a little step back this year. They're not
I,
gonna
only
make.
thing, only thing I don't think in the top five is the Bengals. I don't think they can stop them. Stop nothing.
They're gonna surprise a lot of people this year. I'm a better. I'm in my preseason picks.
But I think honestly, I thought that you said Washington, because Washington
Yes.
got they got a lot of money, and I thought
Yeah.
they would make more moves. I thought they would have some like crazy big signings that like boost their team even more. Honestly, I mean, it's still some time left. I don't know what they got like up their sleeve, but I thought like Washington, I was scared of what Washington's going through in the offseason. I'm like, yo, they can really sign anybody and not have a problem because they got that much money. So
Right.
I thought they was gonna be like this grab all the big names like Miles Garrett's gonna go there. Like I just had a feeling like they was gonna grab everybody.
Right. 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 But I think I like Jane Daniels, man. I think he take another step this year. I think he's gonna be an MVP candidate this year.
Oh, usually they say the sophomore slump. Everybody had a good rookie season in the second year. It's the
Nah,
sophomore slump.
I see him taking another level.
Who had a good second year?
Carson Wentz.
That was the second year.
That was his
Yeah,
best year.
second year.
That was his only good year. His best
Only
year.
good year.
He had the
Man,
rookie year. We won 7-9, and yeah, won the Super Bowl. He should have won MVP the second
Carson
year.
Wentz is the man.
Yeah, he was, man. Shout out to Carson Wentz, man. He's still in Kansas City.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's sorry as
He
hell.
watched two of his backups win the Super Bowl in person.
Yeah, so,
That's salty as hell. Yeah, salty as hell.
yep.
If you
Anything
check,
else you got?
no man, I'm just happy to be back, man. We gotta hop on here more. Listen, football season is here. It's back. They in training camp training. I'm excited. We should have kept going last year. That would have been a crazy ride.
That
That would have
would
been
have been.
that would a crazy ride.
Yeah, for real. We could have potted while we was in New Orleans. That'd have been hard. Potted at the tailgate and just
Crazy ride.
upload that joint, man. But we got another episode in the books, man. We back, man. We gonna be consistent this time, man. Make sure y'all follow me, Leroy Evans Jr., my boy 23 Drees, and we out of here, man.